Good morning, students. Welcome back to your computer class. In the previous class, we have discussed about introduction to Flash. In that chapter, we have seen things about Flash. We have also seen the Flash window on which we have seen different tools, and we are discussing also on that tools like brush tool is there, pen tool is there, polygon shapes are there. So with the help of that tools, we will draw our images in the work area on the stage, and by choosing the pictures also we will do the animation and other things. So let's continue to the topics. So without wasting time, coming on to the textbook. So we have discussed about these understanding the drawing tools toolbar. The drawing toolbar is packed with tools that you can use to create and work with graphic objects. So as you have seen this arrow, use it to select and move these items on the stage. So you will use the arrows to select and move the items on the stage. In the previous video, I have told you about these. Okay, like 3D rotation, lasso, pen, text, rectangle, oval, polystar, pencil, brush. Now some zoom, width, color tools, stroke, fill color, swap, black and white, and tool modifiers. This area of the tools panel displays options where each tool is activated. By default, if you see, it appears on the far right side of the program window, but even drag it to far left side of the window. You can drag it to the left or right side of the window. Now next, set up a new Flash stage. When you first open a new document in Flash, it is good idea to set up your stage size, format rate, and background color. Stage is the on-screen area where you can view the contents of a frame and draw graphic objects. Okay, as you can see here, the contents of a frame and draw a graphic object. So here on the stage, you can draw your image on the stage. Even you can choose the size rate, okay, the format rate, and the background color also. The document properties appear below the publish setting over here. Properties tab is not already open. Open it by clicking window and then properties. So click the number of FPS fields, means frame per second, and type a new frame rate in the FPS file. I hope clear to you all. Now this example shows a frame rate of 24. So how will you change the stage size? For that, click on edit the properties settings. The document settings dialog box appears. Select the measuring unit from the unit list box. Okay, so here the measuring unit box list is given. In this you can see the arrow marks also given inside your book. Okay, so you can see it. Now type the height and width dimension of a stage size you want for your Flash movie. Click on OK. Your Flash movie is now set to your desired dimension. So these things we have discussed in the previous class also. It was just a little bit revision. Now we are coming to the new topic, which is called layers. When the Flash project becomes more complex, you can use layers to be organized. Layers are a great way to stay organized. Okay, with layers you can stay organized. You can put buttons, navigations on the layer, background art on the another, use of individual layers, and animation dynamic content. So there are several types of layer: plain layers, guide layers, mask layers. These are the name of the different types of layers. Now plain layers are used to display graphics, sound, and movie clips. These are used to display the graphical things, the sound, movie clips. In guide layer, those objects are placed that are used on other layers. उन object को रखा जाता है, okay, which are used on other layers. In mask layers, you can hide elements on other layers from visibility. Okay, in mask layer, what you can do, you can hide the elements from being visible. So uses of layers. First, it is given for organization. Let's see. When your project becomes bigger, it contains more elements. Of course, if you are having a bigger element, means bigger project, you will use a bigger elements rather than placing all of these elements in a single layer, which makes them more difficult to locate and edit. You can insert them into separate layers. You can show and hide your layers to make it easier and find the element you want to edit. If you are working in an organization, you have given a project and project is bigger. So while using all the elements or placing them all in the single layer, which makes them more difficult to locate and edit, you can use different layers, separate layers. So what happens? You can show and hide your layers to make it easier to find out the elements you want to edit. Now second one is for animation. For animation, if you are using, then when you animate a movie clip or other symbol using twins, okay, your symbol is placed on a twin layer all by itself. So without setting up by itself only, they are all set to the twin layer. Now create guides and masks. Guide layers can assist you with the layout and positioning of object on other layers. Mask layers enable you to hide elements in underlying layers. You create a transparent area in the mask layer that lets you view layers below. Now what happens? Guide layers and mask layer both are used. So assist with the layout and the position of the objects will be checked in other layers. So mask layer enable you to hide the elements which are underlying layers, and you can create a transparent area. So adding or deleting layers. When you create a new movie or scene, Flash starts with a single layer, okay, and a timeline. Okay, so as you can see, adding a layer in this timeline and delete layers you no longer needed. Additional layers do not affect the file size, so you can add and delete as many as layers as your project requires. So what you can do, you can delete as many as layers and add also as many as layers, and you have to work on a separate layer. So click on the layer that will appear below the new layer. So there is an option of appear in which you can get option new layer and click on insert layer. Then a new layer appears immediately. See here, it has been shown with the arrow sign. Now you can make an object or shape in the layer. Click on the layer you want to delete. Click on delete layer icon. Very simple for deleting. Okay, just you have to click that layer and you will get an option of delete layer. Update your knowledge. When you have panels open, you can click window. Hide panels to hide everything except the stage. After hiding the panels, you can make them all appear again by clicking window, show panel F4. Okay, so this is these are the steps, things which are told to you to open and hide. Now layer types. By default, all layers you add to the timeline are normal, which means all the objects on the layer appear in the movie. Objects that you place on guide layers do not appear in the movie. A guide layer can be used for reference points and alignment. Mask layer hides any layer nested underneath which are masked. And twin layers are the layers that are automatically created when you create a motion twin. When you create a motion twin, then the effect is that the twin layers are already automatically created. Now working with layers. How will you work with layers? Okay. So you can also rename, hide and lock a layer quickly from timeline. These three things you can do. You can change the time, name and lock the layer, okay, of the timeline. How renaming a layer? Double click on the layer name, type a new name and press enter key. The layer's name changes. As the same process, we right click, here you have to do double click, then we take a rename, here new name, enter key after writing the new name. Under the padlock icon column, click on layers bullet. Here you can see the padlock icon bullet. Okay, it is not clear because it is in the book. Okay, so click on the layers bullet. The layer is now locked and you cannot edit the contents. To unlock the layer, click on the layer padlock icon. Under the eye icon column, click on the layers bullet. A square marks the layer bullet and all the objects on the layer are invisible. To make the layer objects visible again, you can click under the eye icon column. Okay, what happens if you click the eye icon column? It gets hide, and when you again click it, it starts showing. So adding guide layers. You can position objects easily and precisely with the help of guide layer. These are two types of layer, the plane layer and the motion layer. Now, adding plane guide layer. How will you add a plane guide layer? A plane guide layer helps you position objects on the stage, but it does not appear in your final movie, whereas a motion guide layer contains an animation path that links to an object on another layer. See the difference? The plane layer helps position objects on the stage. It positions the objects on the stage, but it does not appear in your final movie. Okay, it will adjust the things but not appear. And motion guide layer contains an animation path that links off an object on another layer. So click on the layer you want to appear below the new guide layer. Click on the new layer icon. Right click on the new layer name. Click on the guide. The new layer becomes a guide layer. You can place objects on the layer or use it to create a layout. Okay, I hope these things are clear to you all. Adding motion guide layer. The motion guide layer contains the path and can be linked to one more layers. Okay, so its work is to guide the layers which contains the path and linked also one or more layers. It always appears directly above the layer, okay, to which it is linked. Okay, so it appears directly on the above layer, means above the layer which is linked. Motion guide layers are exported in the movie but are not visible in the movie. Okay, so these are exported in the movie but not visible. So right click on the layer that you want to link to a motion guide layer. Just right click on the clip, click add classic motion guide. Okay, add classic motion guide. Motion guide layers appears added to the timeline and links it to the layer you have selected. Now animation in Flash. Animation feature. What is the animation feature? It is a flash for a lively message for entertainment in the website. An animation affects the scene or object changes slightly from one frame to the next. Now, if you see, the affects the scene or object changes slightly from one frame to the next, and it creates the illusion of movement because each frame replaces to another so quickly that it is difficult to notice them separately. Okay. So one animation replaces the other, so we can't see the difference also, and now it is very difficult to notice them separately. Now setting movie dimension and speed for animation. A movie dimension refers to its horizontal and vertical size of an object. Okay, so it totally depends on the dimensions. Now the movie's plays speed determines the number of frames per second. How many FPS you have used, it depends on that the animation occurs. Default frame rate for a movie is 30 to 12 FPS, if then, which works well for most projects. The maximum rate of movie is 24 FPS. Okay, so click on modify in the menu bar, click on document. The document settings dialog box appears. Select a memory unit, that is called pixels. Drag the mouse left to decrease value of width and right to increase the value of width for the movie in stage size. Now drag the mouse left to decrease the value of height and right increase the value of height for the movie in the stage. The minimum size is 18 pixel. Okay, so if you are increasing the size, then you can see the minimum size is 18 pixel width and 18 pixel height, and the maximum size can be 2880 pixels width and 2280 pixels height. Both are equal. So drag the mouse left to decrease number of frames per second and right the mouse to increase the number of frames per second you want the movie to play, and click OK. I hope you all have got what I told you. Now, Flash was originally designed as an animation tool, but today, although may use of Flash to create web applications, AI applications, other interactive works, it is still an extremely powerful animation program. Adobe continue to with more Flash animations capabilities. There are several ways to animate in Flash. You can create frame by frame animation, or use the motion twins, or use action strips to move on, manipulate on the object properties. These are the two methods which they are providing. Okay. Now adding frames. Now coming to the next topic, adding frames. You can add frames and keyframes to add time to your Flash movie. Whenever you want to add time in your Flash movie, you can use frames and keyframes. Flash movie. Keyframes are used for critical points in the timeline where your content changes. Okay? Keyframes are always used to mark the beginning or end of an animation. Okay, so these are used at the beginning and end of animation. So you can add or remove frames to adjust timing between keyframes. This option is also very helpful. Okay. Add regular frame. So for adding a regular frame, you can see the picture it is given over here. So for that, click an empty frame on the timeline where you want to insert a new frame. Okay. Click on insert menu. Then insert menu will appear, and click on timeline and click on frame as shown in the picture of your book. Now Flash inserts regular frames between last regular frame or keyframe up to the frame you selected in step 1. So the work of Flash is to insert regular frames between the last regular frame, or you can say keyframe, up to the frame you selected in step 1. So if you add a regular frame in the midst of existing regular frames, then all the frames to the right of the insertion move over to make room for the new frame. So if you add a regular frame in the mid of the frames, then what happen? All the frames to the right of the insertion move over to make a room for the new frame. So that's, click on an empty frame and regular frame on the timeline where you want to place a new frame. Click insert menu, then insert menu appears, click on timeline and click on keyframe. So if the frame you selected in step 1 was regular frame, Flash converts it to a keyframe. Okay, if we are using a regular frame, then Flash automatically converts it to keyframe. And if the frame was an empty frame, Flash inserts regular frames in between the last regular frame or keyframe up to the frame you selected in step 1. Okay, so if the frame you selected in step 1 was a regular frame, Flash converts it to the keyframe. So this is the process how you will set a frame. Okay, now next topic is creating frame by frame animation. Okay, means you are having one frame, then again a frame, means one by one how you will create an animation on the frame. So you can create the illusion of movement in a movie by changing the placement or appearance of the stage content. Okay, so what happens? It's just an illusion that we see that a movie is running continuously. So by changing the placement or appearance of the stage content from keyframe to keyframe, this type of animation in a movie is called frame by frame animation. Okay, so we can move the clip from one place to another place. Okay, in that it is so fast that we doesn't recognize it, that what happens. So this thing is done by the process, and which is known as frame by frame animation. Now adding context to the first keyframe. So content to the first keyframe, let's see. Click on the first keyframe in the layer you want to animate.